I've been feeling lost for years. And that sense of feeling lost, it's really painful. And I've had breakdowns in the past where I was literally in tears of like, I really don't know who I am, I don't know where I'm supposed to go, what path I'm supposed to go down. I've dedicated so much time and energy in trying to learn and find that path, but the problem was it was right underneath my nose. My name's Caivan Namvar. I'm a jiu-jitsu practitioner, coach, and explorer of consciousness. In my martial arts journey, I started off with kickboxing around about the age of 11, and I practiced that all the way up until probably when I hit 18. Went off the rails a little bit, as you do. Got back into it around about the age of 26, 27, something like that. And one thing led to another. I kind of lost a little bit of love for it, and got a couple of little injuries that really kind of like wound me up and put a negative spin on everything, and that kind of opened the doors for me to the world of jiu-jitsu, and that's been my home since then. So I'm coming up to around about the 5-year mark with my journey in jiu-jitsu, and I would say that those 5 years have been probably one of the most rewarding 5 years of my life. With regards to the coaching, I kind of fell into it. You know, it wasn't something that I'd planned or anything like that. It was just something that I'd spotted at the time, and then I saw there was a need for assistance, and I offered the assistance and it was accepted. And we always have different thoughts, we have different conflicting thoughts, and one of the main things when I started coaching was that I thought really like, apart from just helping with the organisation of those classes for the juniors, I had like a voice in my head saying, well, you know, this is going to add to your game. But it was really funny how throughout the course of that journey, the emphasis shifted from a personal gain. It made a complete shift towards an act of giving, and that was almost like the beginning of the journey of really understanding the benefits of giving your time, giving your energy without the attachment of receiving something in return. My main focus is now, and which has developed over the years, is that how can I be of better service for these people? And that's the main focus now, is that how can I guide these kids in a direction where not only do they get better at jiu-jitsu and technique and fitness, but how can they develop into more effective human beings? How can they develop into happier human beings? And how can they use the platform of jiu-jitsu to reflect on when they're outside of the academy, when they're at school, when they're in town, when they're at home? You know, how can they apply the principles that we're learning on the mats into real life, which is something that I see it really as a platform of self-development, you know, because some people are on the mats to become better at competition, some people are on the mats to improve their fitness. For me, the main focus is personal development, of how I can become a better human being, how I can be of service to the people around me, not only on the mats, but at home, at work, and so on. Going one level deeper, I've suffered personally with a lot of different sort of like mental obstacles. And when I say obstacles, I mean things like depression, things like anxiety, all of the things that we all experience, some more than others. And I went through a period of my life just before I started my jiu-jitsu journey and during the initial stages, and I didn't identify what they were. I just thought there was a problem with myself. I wasn't very good at communicating with people and sharing how I felt. So what that led to was a lot of arguments. It led to a lot of friction between people, especially people who are very close to me. And what it allowed me to do was to take a step back and look at it from a different perspective. And as soon as I started doing that, then I started seeking advice and help and teachings from different sources which are completely not related to each other. What that in effect did was it built a real platform for me. It built a realm for me to really explore and essentially dedicate a big chunk of my life to. And it's given me a true sense of purpose. If you're watching this and you're really feeling the weight and the pressure of all of these different emotions, you're not alone. I can tell you firsthand, I've been to the darkest of darkest places. Just know that there's always a doorway presenting itself. You've just got to have the clarity, just for a split second, to see that doorway and just have the courage to walk through it. Because I find that's the scariest part, not knowing what's on the other side of the door. And the funny thing is that the thing that's on the other side of the door is yourself. And you've just got to have the guts to face your true self. I think that's the biggest challenge. If you can find a way to really step back and observe what you're doing, that's half of the battle won. And it's really your choice how you want to do it, but there's 1,000,001 avenues, and stay tuned to this channel and you'll see quite a few different ways of doing things. And I think that's the beauty of human beings, is that we've all got different ways of doing things, and there's no right way and there's no wrong way. And once we can get rid of that judgment, then we realise that the possibilities are endless, and we don't try to be too rigid. As much as our individuality can be a huge burden in a lot of cases, I think one of the main positives that come from individuality is expression, and the way that we've all got a unique way to express ourselves, which can then ripple out and influence the whole planet.